Module 4, Unit 2, Information Management and WASH Tools. This unit will help you to understand the meaning of information management, be familiar with the role of the Information Management Officer, know some basic information management products to develop. As described in Module 3, the WASH Platform Coordinator has access to a tremendous load of data and information. Given its pivoting role in the WASH sector, it is deemed important to be able to process, analyse and share it. This is why, to assist in his duty, the WASH Platform Coordinator will need the support of an information manager. Daniel is aware of that, but needs to understand what it means and where to start. He is seeking the assistance of Ahmed, who is working with an information management officer at national level.
Hello Ahmed, I would need to know more about the information management and the role of the IM officer. Do you think you could help me?
Well, Daniel, the best way to talk about information management and the role of the IM is to refer to the IM toolkit that has been developed by the Global WASH Cluster. The presentation I would share with you is a summary of this toolkit.
Managing the information is an important key task for the WASH Platform Coordinator. The Information Management Officer is entirely part of the WASH Coordination Platform team. Specifically, in emergencies, the UNHCR, for instance, defines IM as involving information on needs and conditions, as well as geo-referenced information. It also involves information on protection and sector-specific concerns related to needs, delivery, and impact. Information management is a process of converting data into information. It is basically collecting data about a situation, such as the number of affected population, cholera prevalence, or assessments, treated through an expert analysis where the information is created to inform decision-making. As seen earlier, the IM is at the heart of the humanitarian program cycle. The WASH IMO will primarily be involved in 3 of these steps: needs assessment and analysis, strategic response planning, and implementation and monitoring. While they may be involved in a limited capacity in the other 2 steps, for instance, assisting in project development and funding allocations in the resource mobilisation step and cluster performance monitoring for the operational review and evaluation step. This diagram shows the example tasks of WASH IMO from start of sudden onset emergency to month 3, including initial planning, assessments to the collection of data and information, reporting, monitoring and visualizing, disseminating information. Amongst its responsibilities, the WASH platform is to establish necessary systems and processes to ensure that it will generate and share WASH-specific information. These tasks will fall under the IMO role. In relation to assessments, these tasks include maintain and share assessment and indicator registry, undertake the analysis of WASH assessments. Collating, collecting, maintaining, analysing and sharing data and information is a key undertaking of an information manager during an emergency response, and if done correctly, it ensures that a more efficient and effective response takes place. An information manager is heavily involved in this aspect of IM. There are often enormous volumes of data circulating during emergencies, and it can be difficult to assess this data to make informed decisions on the locations of the most vulnerable population. By identifying the locations of the most vulnerable population, the partners can then define their target areas relative to their capacity, and the coordinator and IMO can define the WASH sector or cluster caseload. The caseload is the essential figure that sets in stone the WASH response through the Strategic Response Plan. Although the WASH IMO will not be involved in developing the technical aspects of WASH SOF, they will be involved in the provision of needs, partner capacity and WASH sector or cluster caseload information for the strategy, in addition to helping to identify the appropriate or measurable indicators. Reporting is often a cyclical process in the IM cycle. Much of the processes involved in the HPC lead to reporting to one or other agency. A WASH dashboard is typically used to illustrate some information about the response to an emergency. It is produced in tandem with the cycle of 4W submissions by partners, and share this with partners and the wider community. A WASH bulletin is unlike a WASH dashboard in that it is more of a textual document that should be produced less often. The bulletin will take longer to produce than the dashboard, which should be produced in the same cycle as the 4W. Sharing information to partners and other stakeholders is an essential part of IM. There are different ways to visualize and share information, including sharing information via websites and exchanging knowledge with other WASH partners worldwide. Web mapping and interactive infographics are a useful tool of IM. The IMO will also work closely with OCHA or the national authorities. They have a key role in ensuring effective IM between sectors, for instance, suggesting standards that allow for datasets and databases to be compatible, interoperability. Standardization of tools and processes and gathering of baseline data is key to preparedness. Developing and maintaining contact directories of humanitarian partners and IM focal points. Organizing meeting schedules, agendas and minutes of coordination meetings. Managing who does what, where, when, the 4Ws. Database and derivative products such as maps. Keeping an inventory of relevant common and cluster sector datasets, including population data. Updating a country-specific or disaster-specific humanitarian web portal. Mapping products. Providing standardized cross-sector needs or gap analysis based on information provided by the clusters. In short, the IMO is a magician who is a database manager, maps GIS officer, reports officer, communications officer, M&E officer, website designer. Let's share some top tips for an information management officer, at least to start with this huge list of tasks. Some of the products the IMO will have to produce will be the list of contacts, and a mailing list is one of the first steps to undertake to at least be aware of your partners. The challenge is also to maintain it. Try to answer the question, which organisation is James Kelly from? A clear table would help much better. Another key product for platform is the 3 to 4 or 5W matrix. Who, what, where, when, why. It is an outcome, it is the mean of monitoring of the sector achievement. You will need to set it up, get resources, and get buy-in to ensure the partners will contribute. Keep it simple. Ask only for the information you need. Although in an emergency, OCHA will host the WASH platform under the website www.oneresponse.info. It's advisable to create a simple Google site, for instance, where partners can share information. Still, it has some constraints. Google Groups need an admin. People need to be invited one by one. If you're not in the group, you cannot see. Limited options for archiving large numbers of documents. The Global WASH Cluster has developed a comprehensive information management toolkit, and it's available on its website http://wascluster.net/IM Toolkit Topics Capacity Building.
Thank you very much, Ahmed. That is very helpful. I will certainly go through the toolkit to develop some tools in Mane, but at least I can start with the contact list and the 5 Ws, as this will allow me to know who is doing what in the region.
That is a good idea, Daniel.